Of course. And I sort of like started to spin around, so I let go of the bat, and the bat went flying, and then I lost my balance and sort of fell down. Empty wrap. So if you've never seen that, this is going to be weird for you. But this is like, let's imagine that I was in a fight. All right, one of my sort of secret dreams in life is to be in a fight, and that makes me sound really violent, I know, but it just like seems kind of cool. I realize it would not be cool because like probably someone's gonna get hurt, but it just seems cool. So if I were to ever be in a fight, I could unleash my pendulum kick on my my opponent in the fight. But not really. It's actually not like really that good because it takes forever. But I like to think that I could. So let's imagine that I was fighting someone right here. I would be like, whoa. Yeah. Very dangerous. By dangerous, I mean like, I'm so vulnerable. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just doing a handstand. You could just kick them out from under me. This fight would be so over so fast. But I like to think that it would be an effective fighting maneuver. He was sitting in the passenger seat. He's like, dude, check it out. Check it out. I've got the best idea ever. And I was like, I turned down the radio, but I only did so briefly because I always have 10 and 2 driving position. And I looked at him briefly and kept my eyes on the road. And I was like, what is this idea of which you speak? Because I do not use prepositions at the end of sentences. Do you know you're supposed to do that? Yeah. It sucks. It's ridiculous. Really, I use prepositions in a sentence all the time. And so anyway, so he was like, check it out, check it out. We should go cow tipping. And now, cow tipping is like, this is an awful question. Do you guys have cows in Southern California? Yeah? Okay. What?
Oxnard, maybe.
Okay, yeah. So, there are a lot of mumbles. Okay, I apologize for offending you. But yeah, so there's a lot of cows where I'm from, and so a big thing in sort of rural areas, this is true across America. I don't know what it is about cow tipping, but people just think it's like so badass to be like, yeah, I go cow tipping like all the time. It's awesome. And what I found is that if anyone ever tries to say this, you'd be like, really? Like, when was the last time you did it? And how exactly did you tip over said cow? And they'd be like, well, you know, one of my friends did it once, I think. Because like, it's like, seriously, people just talk about it, but like never really go cow tipping. And so we're like, man, we're gonna be the people that actually went out and tipped over a cow. So we drive out to a grassy field, because we assumed there would be cows in a grassy field. And literally just park my car and just start walking around the field. Walking like over many dunes. No, not dunes, that's sand. What do you call it? Hills? What do you call it? Dirt. Hills? Thank you, I know the word hills, okay? Please. But it's like, I don't know, what is a smaller? A knoll?
A knoll?
I don't know, a knoll, that's kind of like knoll. A small rounded plateau. So that's not a hill at all. So we're like walking around, like looking for cows. And we're like singing. Not really. But if we were, we'd be singing, baby, baby. And so finally, though, we literally, like half an hour we've been walking, and we see on top of a hill, like the silhouette of a cow. It's like illuminated in the moonlight. It's like there's angels flying around it. The Hallelujah chorus is playing. We're like, oh, we found a cow. So we're like, all right, we're going to tip this thing over. So we come around and we're trying to like sneak up from behind it, okay? And we're like walking very slowly through the grass. And we're trying to talk about like, how do we actually tip over a cow? Like, because they're very heavy, it appears. And so we're like, do you like run really fast and then like bowl into it? And my friend, the same friend who suggested we go cow tipping, he's like, no. I think it's like tipping over a porta potty. I'm like, go on. First of all, that's disgusting that you did that. And he's like, yeah. You get people on both sides and then you just sort of rock it back and forth until it falls over in one direction. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not convinced that this is going to work for a cow, but thank you for your input. And so then we're like sort of walking behind it, and we really hadn't even decided like how we were going to tip it over. We're just trying to get close. And we get like not very far away from said cow. I mean, like, I don't know, maybe, what is your name? Both of you named Mark? Oh, that's amazing. What a great coincidence. So I'm like, we're like this far away from Mark Squared, and I guess it like hears us crunching the grass or something, and it like wakes up and sort of turns around towards us. And this is when I notice, true story, I'm like, why does this cow have horns? And I know a lot of you are probably listening to this story now and you're like, oh, this is a very sad story. This is not going to go well. Josh only has one leg. This bull has like 4 times as many legs as he does. The odds are not good. But what you don't know about me is, number one, actually you do know this. I was going to say you didn't know about my pendulum kick, but actually you totally know about that. Number two, what you don't know is that I'm actually pretty fast on my crutches. So, because I have this way of running. Can you do it, Joe? Yeah. Yeah. So this way of running where so I mean, like, if you've ever run on crutches, you know, you kind of sort of run like this eventually. But a faster way of running that I started doing when I was about 12 is you go back and forth from crutch to crutch. So it's kind of like this. This is me doing it in place. So you can see. Then what you do is like bring that into forward motion. So I don't really have space to demonstrate it to you. Oh, well maybe I do have. I will give you the caveat that it's actually very dependent on, this sounds stupid, but it's very dependent on my crutch tips. So these are like medium weight crutch tips. They're pretty heavy, tornado tips. And so they slow down the crutch a lot. But had I known that someone was going to ask me about this story, I would have used my running crutch tips, which are very light and I'm much faster. All right, now that I've sufficiently downplayed your expectations, whoa, tricky, I'll show you how to do this. So yeah, it's just, you just go sort of back and forth. It's very fun. Oh yeah, in the context of the story, all this happened like instantaneously, like turned towards us and had these like, I don't know, like red glowing sort of eyes in the light. And I was aware of the fact that what I really needed to do in this situation was outrun at least one of my friends. All right, I can do this. So I just sort of took off running across this field. I was like, oh my gosh, it's not I don't want to keep you guys too late. But here's what's going to happen in a moment. First of all, I've said hi to most of the people I know here, but if I haven't said hi to you, I apologize. People I haven't said hi to yet are Lindsay and Philly D. Thank you guys for being here. And yes. But if I know you personally, or if I don't know you personally, I won't be offended at all if you want to head out and don't want to wait in line to talk to me. I personally hate waiting in line, so it's really, feel free to leave anytime. But here's what's going to happen. So I'll be hanging out at this table. I'll have, if you want me to sign something, feel free to bring it by. If you don't want me to sign anything, that's fine too. If you want to take a picture, and also for those of you who are interested, we should hang out sometime t-shirts so you can get a free one of those.